You know, when we understand who we want to become and what does that person look like? What is that person? How does the person behave? What does his social life look like? How does he spend his day, right? So we built this identity that identity is what's creating our new reality. Always resonate with that new identity and say, hey, you know, I want to be this person. These decisions that I make, these choices that I make, does it resonate with this new identity, who I want to become? Mm-hmm. If it doesn't, that means you're still...
The old program's still running.
Yeah.
Another way to look at it is, am I acting like the person I said I am? Am I living up to my personal factor? If you rewrite your self-image and your personal factor, then you've rewritten the habits and behaviors and your way of thinking. If your habits and behaviors are not matching that state, you're not it. The program's running. So then the question is whose habits and behaviors are running through my mind? That's the real question. Whose habits and behaviors have made my body? Whose habits and behaviors are making my choices in life? Then whose habits and behaviors are running me?
Growth comes from being uncomfortable anyways. Because if you're not uncomfortable, then
that's the automatic.
Yeah, you're not pushing yourself.
Yeah.
Well, you're pushing against the beliefs, the old beliefs that doesn't support that new action. That's why practice is so important to understand that word practice, because that word practice is telling you it's the integration between the two. You can't have the union in these two measures. You know, if you can't create that balance, you're not going to have the harmony that you desire.
I think having control of your mind is so important, because when you hit the terror barrier and you start having these negative thoughts, the quicker you're able to switch over to gratitude or to the right thinking,
yep,
the easier it will be for you to push through that terror barrier.
Yep.
That's one thing. That's definitely one thing that's helped me through the growth I've been going through, is to go back to gratitude. Like, even though I may think it's stressful or it's overwhelming, like, I'm grateful that I'm in that position to begin with, and that helps me to work through it.
Yeah.
And you know the process. You're understanding the process. If you don't understand this process, your inclination might be just to let go of the dream.
That's what most people do. You go do what you know how to do, not what you want to do. Because when you want to chase really what you want to do, you have to have the courages to step into unknown.
Yeah.
Most of people live off what they think they can do, and even they're comfortable. They're if you ask them, they're not happy. They don't want that life. But when you ask them why they're not moving and why you're not there, because they're comfortable.
Yeah.
They've been in that state for such a long time that for them, they don't even give it a thought to get out of it.
Yeah.
Because they don't see themselves doing it. Yeah. It all goes back. When I say they don't see themselves doing it, or you don't see yourself doing it, or you see yourself doing it, you know what I'm implying to? Imagination.
Once you can see it in your conscious mind, then you got to feel it, and you got to impress that idea into your subjective mind. Once it's impressed on the subjective mind, then the body starts to feel it, and it's going to want to reject it and kick it out. The body has two different vibrations, but you got to give it a command and do it. You got to go and act out the behavior. Conscious space repetition and emotional impact, or emotional impact. You got to keep telling yourself, I can, I am, I will, I can, I am, I will, till you go to bed. You start acting like it. And when your actions can get in that same vibration of that real state of feeling, that's when you attract the people, places, plots, circumstances much quicker.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, it's changing I want to I am.
Yeah.
Just that one simple little 2-letter word.
Yeah.
It's a huge difference.
Exactly. Because everything's a state of mind, right? And when you're you're seeing the world from that point. Everything according to that it's gonna come. And not only that, when you start thinking about it, when you say when you talk about one, if there's no, like Abraham mentioned, you said if there's no desire, you're not going to change. You're not going to do the things that you need to be doing. That desire is going to move you forward. That desire is going to let you go past the fear. That desire is going to help you to overcome. That's why it's very important the goal setting is very important. What you're doing is within, inspired within, not from outside. Or your friend tell you, start taking action. When the problem, the situation comes up, you're going to quit and you're going to be upset and like, oh, that didn't work out. What they were telling you was not true.
You're gonna look for support again outside. It should have been internal.
Yeah, but when you have something, take it in you have your heart in it, and you start taking action based off of it. It doesn't matter what happened. You still keep going because that's what you want. There's a desire behind it. That's why it's important to find your purpose. When you find your purpose, purpose is something that you're emotional. Yeah, purpose driven is something that you're emotional involved with. And when you understand your purpose, it's all about the process. It's all about the experiencing life. It's all about who you becoming.
Yeah. Yep. It's all about becoming.
Yeah. So you don't sit there and worry about it anymore. Why? Because you know it's coming. Because you know that when you get emotionally involved with something and you know what you want, it's just a matter of the law of nature that brings it to you. We don't know how long, we don't know when, but we know it's coming.
When you're emotionally involved in it, you actually feel it. Like for me, it's been like a physical feeling.
Yeah, that drives you.
Yeah, well, you're getting into the spirit of it. That's why. When you step into the spirit of it, you're gonna feel it. And then you pick up the ideas from that state. All right, guys, we're gonna go into our meditation.